Where are we at today? Well, we're gonna go do errands and we're gonna go cover our RV. I got this really cool heated vest the other day. You can tell it's on, yeah. We were at Costco and figured, hey, for 40 bucks, that's not bad for a covered vest. All right, garage door. Garage door's going down, music down, and we're off. I've got to do just a ton of stuff today, but I thought I'd bring you guys along. Kristen's off doing her thing. She's got to do some shopping and some grocery shopping, and we just got through, you know, the holidays. Halloween's done, over with. I don't know about you guys, but how much candy do you guys have left over? We try not to have any candy left over, because any leftover candy, that's what we eat. So first stop, gas. Got gas. Now I'm gonna head to my mom. I gotta drop her off for Danishes. We're sticking this on our trailer. It's not just we're throwing it up there. There's a process. So if you've got a cover, there is a process you should probably follow, mostly for your safety. This is how we go about it. I'm not saying that it's perfect. I'm not saying that it's awesome. I'm just saying this is how we do it. And if you're curious about the process, it's very, very simple. It's just, you've got to be careful. You're walking up on your roof, you're walking around your trailer, and you're putting it away. This is obviously our cover. We're going to see if we can get another season out of it. It's got a couple of tears in the corner, but I think it will last through the season. After next season, it's pretty much done. So we're going on, what, 4 years now? So this will be the 4th season for this cover, which is pretty good for covers. They're not super expensive. They're only between $250 and $350, depending on the size of your trailer. The other thing that we have is our trailer has a ladder built in on the back, which that indicates from the manufacturer that your roof is walkable. It's got a ladder attached. That means the manufacturer has designated your roof as walkable. But do please check with your manufacturers just to make sure that you're not damaging your roof and that it is a walkable roof. But we have this expandable ladder. It's awesome. Pretty much it's just unclip and then just however tall you want it. But we add this because the ladder's on the back, and as you see, it just collapses by itself. The ladder on the back of these RVs is straight up and down. And if you're not used to a ladder that goes straight up and down, you could probably hurt yourself. So safety factor number 1, don't hurt yourself. And this ladder, we will lean it up against our ladder and use it as a pivot point, and we'll climb up our ladder as opposed to the trailer's ladder. And it's at an angle, it's better for you. Here we are, back of our trailer. So these ladders you can see are straight up and down. Excuse the airplanes going overhead. But at any rate, these ladders are straight up and down. You can climb them. I'm just kind of leery about climbing something that's straight up and down because you're hanging off this kind of like this as you're climbing. If you've got a bad back, if you've got balance issues, your ladder on your back is not pretty much your friend. So this is what we do, is we take our expandable ladder and we'll lean it up against the trailer. So you see the way I have it leaned up, it kind of locks into the top of the ladder. So you don't get a lot of side-to-side movement. If it moves a little bit to the side, depending on the uneven ground you got. But this gives you a little bit better of an angle, and you don't have to worry about getting up and down. I may put it at a higher angle just because I'm a little taller, but that's pretty much it. It makes it a lot easier for you. Now that it's, placed, you've got a pretty stable background. The other thing too with an RV ladder is the first step is normally pretty darn tall. So if you're not used to stepping up high, or if you don't have that ability to step up high, makes it even harder. So you'll have to stand on a platform to step on a step. You get what I mean. Pretty much it's just grab the ladder and head on up. The only thing that you may encounter with your ladder is you may get these little scratch marks in them. And you could be a little bit more diligent and also maybe even tie this. Sometimes I tie it, but now I've been up here at least a dozen times already. I don't tie it anymore, so I'm pretty confident that this is not going to move, and I can get on and off the ladder pretty easily. Now, once you've made it to the top, you definitely want to take some care. These roofs, it's a very thin layer of like a rubber membrane. They move, they wrinkle, they do all kinds of stuff during the year, and that's why you have to check your seals all the time, because these things are kind of not completely hardened and glued down completely like everybody thinks that they are. This is literally a piece of wood, and these things are kind of glued with a light glue, and that's it. There is nothing else. So if you tear through this material, you will go straight to the wood on the roof. There is no membrane between. So you've got to be very careful when you walk on the roof. Now, one thing I do is I take my shoes off. When you do that, you have to be aware of slipping. These roofs are rubber, yes. However, your grip, depending on your weather and things of that sort, with a pair of socks could be an issue. So if you're going to walk on the roof, make sure that you have like a shoe that doesn't have a lot of knobs or grips or things that could get rocks stuck in it. Because if you're walking around on your roof, you're just puncturing holes as you go. So you don't want to compromise that thin membrane. When you're up here, you want to be looking at your roof. You want to look at these seals. These seals that they glop all this Dicor on can be compromised. It can lift up and it can separate from this rubber material. Also, UV protection. UV protection with Dicor is pretty few and far between. Now, if you look close enough here, you can see that some of that Dicor is actually kind of moved off of this material. So that is a place that I'm going to probably have to look at resealing. Now that you're up here, and you can see that I wheeled this up here, and that's the advantage of having a ladder at an angle. It's easier to scoot that up. Straight up and down, this cover is going to be really pain in the butt for you guys to get it up on a straight and up and down ladder. So an angled ladder just helps out. Invest in them. They're not that expensive, and they're collapsible. There's all kinds of cool stuff to them now. So the other thing too is, once this is up here, this is the time to inspect your trailer. You can see I took my shoes off. So I'm up here with just my socks on. The other thing too is, take sharp things out of your pockets. You're sitting down on this roof an awful lot. You don't want things to stick through your roof. That's the whole idea behind keeping things easy. Now it's just a matter of unrolling this, and we take it to the next level of just kind of draping it down on the sides, and then from there it's easy. So you work to the front, to the back, you work yourself off the roof, you're done. So now that you just got it laid out, you just kind of, take your stuff and just continue to roll it out. Just make sure when you store it, when you roll it up, you roll it towards the front, and then when you have the next season, you throw it on the roof and you put the front down and you roll it on the way back. So that's kind of how you do it. Probably one of the hardest parts is transitioning just from this ladder to this ladder. You just got to be careful. You use the rails as support. You kind of flip around the edge of your ladder and you're all the way up on your roof, and you just sit down and you're up. Another thing about your trailer when you're doing this, patience is a virtue. These things can get confusing. They're normally marked with a big front and back. Those are what you want to look for. Just remember, when you You start it at the front, you work yourself to the back when you're putting it on, and when you go to take it off, you roll forward. Pretty simple. It's a little time consuming, a little intimidating being up on your roof, but it's really not too bad. Just watch your step. Don't step on things. You know, there's a lot of PVC and plastic covers, skylight covers. You definitely don't want to be stepping through those, because you will step right through them. Tools, don't drop tools. You'll go right through them. They're not a very thick plastic or a PVC. And from there, you know, hey, it's just a matter of buttoning things up and tightening things up. So let's go. Well, a little worse for wear. I had to take my vest off because it was getting a little hot running around. But hey, it's on. It doesn't take much. It's just slow is pro is what the term is. So go slow, take your time, don't fall off the roof. You know, if you question your balance, you know, you probably shouldn't be doing this. If you're okay with your balance and you're good with climbing ladders, well, guess what? You're an RV owner, and that's not too hard. So I'll see you on the next time on the Bueller Bunch. Bye, everybody.
We appreciate your time with the Bueller Bunch. See you next time with the Bueller Bunch. The Bueller Bunch.